This presentation will focus on different trends in workplace design and work-life balance. We will focus on how different layouts can impact your work and how significant the balance between work and your personal life can be, and how to promote your employees to maintain that. For more and more companies, you may have noticed that offices are looking a little less like this and more like this. Almost 70% of American employees now work in open concept offices. But is this new trend really beneficial to companies? This word cloud was generated from several articles dealing with this topic. As you can see, some of the big themes surrounding this issue include price, creativity, privacy, flexibility, and even control. Open space layouts for offices were first created to promote creativity and collaboration. But at what cost does this come at? Though it is much cheaper to take advantage of your space and fit lots of open space areas in your office, the cost of productivity and privacy for your employees might be much higher. Some obvious positives of open space layouts are that they're much cheaper and can really motivate employees to be more collaborative, leading to more creative and innovative work. In contrast, however, open space layouts take away employees' privacy, which can lead to them being less productive and more irritable. Another disadvantage of open space layouts is that everyone can see what everyone else is doing. This can result in employees feeling the need to police their behavior. On one hand, this might motivate employees to arrive on time and not take personal calls. However, it can also prevent employees from not feeling comfortable enough to take creative, stimulating breaks, which can ultimately result in greater productivity. So what's the solution to creating the optimal space layout? Be flexible. There is not a one-size-fits-all solution to creating the perfect open space for all employees. You need to have a variety of private and open spaces for people to do their best work. One thing is for sure, you cannot ignore the spacing needs of your employees. In fact, this was proven through the Coding War Games study. Tom DeMarco and Timothy Lister, two consultants, compared the work of more than 600 computer programmers in 92 different companies. Through their study, they found that while people from the same companies performed at roughly the same level, employees from different organizations had huge performance gaps. But it wasn't better experience or pay that made these organizations' performance differ. It was how much privacy, personal workspace, and freedom that employees from different organizations enjoyed. Now that you have the optimal workspace layout, it's time to move on to an issue that is affecting the majority of the corporate world in the United States: work-life balance. According to an American Sociological Review study, 7 out of 10 Americans struggle to achieve a reasonable balance between their work and personal lives. People constantly feel stressed, overwhelmed, and overworked, which can ultimately affect a company's success. When answering an email at 3 a.m. becomes some sort of badge of honor, you know you have a problem on your hands. So what should you do to combat your employees from suffering from a lack of work-life balance? Similar to the office design, there's no simple solution. And at the end of the day, it is ultimately up to your individual employees to make decisions that balance their lives. But it is possible to give them the right tools to be in the best position to do this. This slide presents different tactics that you can use to promote your employees to balance their personal and work lives better. The first step: create boundaries. Whether it's a rule to not send or answer emails past 9 p.m., to not work more than 2 hours over the weekend, or to work from home at least one day a month, creating boundaries allows employees to separate their work and personal lives, giving them enough time to live out both. The second step is to lead by example. All of these boundaries that you set for your employees, make sure you follow them. If you don't follow your own rules, your employees will think that it's wrong of them to follow them. Don't just encourage your employees to have appropriate work-life balance. Make sure you have it too. The third and final step is to be flexible. Doesn't that sound familiar? If some employees need some days to work from home or need to work fewer hours one week, let them. No employee is the same, and each requires individual boundaries in order to do their best work. Create that framework that allows them to do that. So if there's one thing that I'd want you to take away from this presentation, it is to be flexible. Whether it's the office design or encouraging employees to balance their work and personal lives better, there truly is not a one-size-fits-all approach that will work. Every employee is different and has diverse needs. As an employer, it's important for you to recognize all these needs and provide the appropriate environment and framework for these diverse employees to thrive.